Gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready? Get ready, dog. This be the green light, go. Tires burn the pavement. People wanna know where Mace, Potts, and Dave went. Still here, still in your ear with a style so hot, you'll see where all the sun rays went. Legs, arms, ahead, all being moved in a frenzy. The blends be all the right cred, meaning credentials. Best of both worlds when we rockin' over pearls in the instrumental. Are you ready? Set. Jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter, right? Turn it up, we giving the show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind?
Coach, it is still summer in the Midwest and a pleasant summer day as we are set for football at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, Missouri. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Kansas City Chiefs. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now, whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Right 52, right 52. Here we go, here we go.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And not the start he was hoping for there, as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Let's go, defense. Here we go. Twist.
Williams. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3.
Hey, 43, 15.
They'll try to run for it. Here's Williams. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Mahomes firing complete. Well, he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
You got blocked, me. Easy. Check that. We're like 52 right here. Watch the run.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. William Jackson with a pick. certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Here we go. Hey, Tusta.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. Off play action. Godwin. He's going to take a shot right away. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. 2nd and 5. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. He'll have a 1st down and more past the 20. And all the way up to the 35-yard line. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
On the ground, this is Joe Mixon. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It's a Bengal 1st down, a pickup of 11.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Let's go. Hey, we got number 52.
Off the play fake. Godwin. His throw incomplete. He was looking for John Ross that time. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Hey, over. 53, check 53.
They toss to Mixon. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
All right, Brent, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Well, on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 40.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
On the move to his left. Looking for Perriman, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
That rollout shit ain't gonna work all day, bro.
Remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point. His first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. That goes for a Chiefs 1st down, 14 yards. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he's got this down to the 35. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talked often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
52's the mic right here, right now. 52's the mic. Who that? Who that? Hey, Mike 52. Mike 52. Check, 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 check. Yellow.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Dancing to his left. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
Well, that was a big oops right there. But how about his ability to correct it? Loses the football, able to get it back himself.
Yeah, bounced right back on it, keeps possession. Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
6 guys.
They give to Williams, running right. A sizable gain there, 9 yards as they get it back to a 3rd and 5.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Now Mahomes. And Robinson with a big catch. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 14.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there, a perfectly executed crossing route. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. Forced out to his left. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelce there to make the grab, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Point after, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0.
Let's go.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive,
Thank you.
50-50 ball here.
User, let's go.
Picked off at the 35. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now here's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill.
You ain't got enough.
This is caught. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 60 yards. And the Chiefs strike quickly here for 6 points. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 14-0.
Got to build his O-line up.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Bengals drive about to get going. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. 2nd and 2. He gets this one to Boyd.
Oh, it's supposed to be a kill shot.
He'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. The tally there, minus 2 yards. Brings up 3rd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. From the gun on 3rd down. Godwin. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Here's Hill on the return. 2nd quarter action, 1:56 remaining. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Meanwhile, here on first down really backfires as he's going to be brought down well behind the line of scrimmage.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On play action, it's Mahomes. Got his man, it's Williams. I think we've got a hold here. It's a 5-yard pickup for the moment. Let's see what our referee says. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Check 55, Mike. Yeah.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Check 50, check 50. Hey, 57, 57.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run, and just lost track, and it cost him.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for third and long. Following the penalty, it's Williams. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive, but at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer, and make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. On first and 10, Godwin. He's got this one complete to Perriman. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Brashad Perriman, 59 yards. As they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, a full half to be played. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And you're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Well, that certainly changes things.
Yeah, I think the thought process is they take this lead into the locker room, run something simple here and run the clock out. Instead, they get the big play. Now they have a chance to increase what they've done in the first half.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And his throw is going to be incomplete. His favorite target, Travis Kelce, the intended receiver. And now it's second down.
Same defense?
Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on first and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Check. Motion on the backfield.
Snap coming at 1, and it's Mahomes. Completes it to Hardman. 27 yards there, first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
On first down, Mahomes. And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelsey, as the first half is winding down, and the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
The Bengals drive about to get going. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Bengals drive about to get going. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
Here we go. 30 base. Protein spill. Get it.
To throw on second down. Godwin, nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Check 53's Mike. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. 53's the Mike. 53's the Mike. Hey, exit. 5.
From the gun, Godwin. He completes it to Boyd. They get a big amount back, 18 yards, but they'll still look at a fourth down now.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent game. Now they're in fourth and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. Watch out for Hill on the return. Yeah, very good return that time. 18 yards. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect.
Got him!
Kansas City touchdown.
Play with me if you want to.
Nicole Hardman, 69 yards. Well, the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Now Joe Mixon. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. He's going to look deep for Perriman. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with him.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Looking to throw. Godwin got a man. It's Ross, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards, the final tally.
And the Bengals first down.
18 Gator. Check 53. Bravo.
Off play action. Godwin rolling to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It was Breland Speaks getting home to the quarterback that time. I don't care if you're taking it in round 1, you're undrafted, whatever. As a rookie quarterback in this league, you're going to have games where you face adversity like this.
Lessons. All the time you're going to face these lessons. The key for this guy is, will he be able to bounce back in the next one? Because right now, this has not been his game.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
53, Mike.
Off the play fake. Godwin. He's going to look deep for Perriman. And this one incomplete. Too much. Contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down and 15.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
53, check 53.
Operating from the gun. Godwin.
Oh!
Eifert has it. And they'll get this well.
Tyron, that was a setup.
Just before the 35. 21 yards there on third down.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What did the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
2nd and 9 now. He's going to go deep for Cup. This is caught inside the 15.
He's outside
there on a pickup of 25.
He outsized you.
Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
And a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
And the catch good. It's Eifert. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Bengals on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Oh, it's a
Same play back to back.
And they'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. From 6 yards away. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer. Boswell good with the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 28-14.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's run this shit up some more.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there playing keep away, first downs.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need.
Yo, what the hell was that? What? It won't. What the fuck was he doing?
Game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Oh, we gonna keep pressing.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run, the best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away, and they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Ready? Off play action. Godwin. He's going to wind up.
Oh, come on.
It's caught inside the 25. And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory. A big play there for Cincinnati. 45 yards.
Yeah, he's throwing deep balls. That's all he got. Fuck the underneath coverage. He's not going to throw underneath. So I got y'all dropping back.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. It's Mixon on the counter. And he'll get this one down to about the 10 yard line.
He'll realize he's not running the fucking ball.
Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. From the gun, Godwin steps away to his left. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. A 3-yard touchdown run.
Somebody got to watch the ball punch out. You pick it up, you score.
Brandon, would you say they went from
giving him
agony
life
to elation in just a few quick seconds on that play?
Probably thought they were about to give it up in the red zone and then touchdown.
Yeah, there is absolutely no way that they drew it up and said this is the way it's supposed to be done. It just happened.
But the end will justify the means. This is fielded at the goal line. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, 1-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They run it again with Williams. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game.
You got to make a block.
Stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
55. Right there in the middle. 55. Watch the curve.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. And he's unable to haul it in. So it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field. And that brings up 4th. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. Ross on the return. It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, It's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
First down, Bengals.
Just week one, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And at a 7-yard line,
you better not call that bullshit-ass pass.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll give it to Mixon. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. Second and goal from the 1.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strip. Hey, echo.
They'll look to throw. His pass caught at the 4. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. When you throw it this close to the goal line, usually you're thinking touchdown. Here they actually complete it but lose yardage.
When you're this close to the goal line, you have to anticipate that maybe you're going to see a defense that you can make a case that there's 11 in the box. There's just no room. So I'm with you. You've got to find a way to push things downfield a little bit. Any type of space is better.
And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
A very important extra point there, up and good. A 4th quarter score from the Meadowlands. And it was the Jets coming away victorious there. Sam Darnold, a touchdown pass to help lead the way. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
43.
Mahomes to throw. And it's complete. It's Damian Williams. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th.
I don't know how many more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown late in the game. They look like they're in control, but still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready and the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together and make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short in the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. He'll look to throw. And this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down. Back to throw. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. 12 yards that time, and a Cincinnati 1st down. So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
The real football.
Not preseason football, where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. And now I'm listening to you. So for the Chiefs, it was a hard-fought game, and they'll exit 1-0 as they win by a touchdown. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.
Okay.
And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin, saying so long, everybody.
I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place when we back up. Running these racks up. 100 mils a week after. Down from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. You better call back up. Running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide with it. Wanna see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash and let it spin. Made it, kill it, and did it again. Ready and 10, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down with the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top of the raindrop. I'm